Hey everyone, this is Trader Travis and my Success Academy co-trainer Peter. We are here with another weekly recap. Today I happen to be in a tire shop, but we are committed to doing this no matter where we're at. I'm actually traveling, and I didn't tell Peter, but I actually love trading when I'm taking the car to the shop because I'm having an aversion to spending money. So I love when the market can pay for my car repairs. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to show you my screen. I told Peter the guy might come in and talk about my car here in a second within the next 5 minutes. So I don't know when that's going to happen. So I just want to do a quick intro. I will mute myself and let Peter take most of the lead here. And let me show my screen real quick. All right, so what I'm going to do is start, and I'm just going to give you a quick update on the trades you watched me place live on the previous recaps. NVDA, current profit here is 1,200, and that's actually doing okay. NVDA is actually up today, and what I've figured out, well, what I've decided is I actually want NVDA to be the stock to pay for this car repair. So you watched me place several trades last week. Well, I think about a week or so ago, brought in about $1,000 each. So I'm not going to wait for these orders to get filled. I've already targeted which ones I want to sell. And so I'm going to sell a couple of contracts here. This is like a lower risk Buffett strategy right here, just a variation to the Buffett strategy. And, I'm anticipating these to hit max profit, me being able to keep the money I make. And so if I do that, then these trades will pay for my car repair. So that's the one I want to do. My car repair is only going to be $60. So that trade, best case brings in about $1,300. So I'll have plenty left over. And Lowe's right now, the current profit and loss open, if you look to the bottom right where my mouse is 32.79. Which one? What was the next one? In Lowe's, QQQ is another one I made. That profit is 1,700. I placed another trade on it just yesterday. I should have waited to place that live, but I wasn't thinking. Target is the lowest performing one. It's only up $193, but I'll take a profit over a loss any day. And what I'm going to do is add two stocks to the list today. MasterCard is MA, symbol MA, and MOMO. Those are two I'll be targeting to place new trades on, but I still have a filtering process I go through. These stocks have good earnings, they high rankings that pass my hot stock formula filter, but I need to check them, the option chains, to see if it passes my next stage of my filter, and that's going through the option chain. So with that being said, let me go ahead and turn it over to Peter. Again, I'm going to mute myself because I'm in a tire shop. I don't know when the guy's going to come in.
All right, hey everyone. So yeah, you're in Virginia, right, Travis? So
Yes.
he's at one end of Hurricane Florence, and I'm in right near Hilton Head, and I'm at the other end of Hurricane Florence. The good news is we probably will only get rain. But real quick, I wanted to cover the market real quick. Travis usually covers this, I know, but there was just something I kind of wanted to point out on how I'm doing things. So if you look, I put a couple trend lines. So that first one that just goes across at the top here, this is when it reached its high. That was the beginning of the year, right? So January, we had a really good year. It climbed like a monster. It reached this high, and then it crashed down in price. And then you can see when we got into April, it started to recover, right? So it's steadily recovering, and it's gotten past that high we had back in February or the end of January, and it's broken through that. But one of the things I wanted to just kind of point out, the market's still doing the same thing it's been doing. It's still climbing up. It's not as significant as it was at the beginning of the year, but you can still see it's a pretty good steady climb up. But what you'll notice, and if you go back and test it, back test this, which I've already done, you'll notice in the past when the market's going up like this, it takes rest. So it goes up, it plateaus, it goes up, it plateaus. Well, this is a new day and age, right? So if we look at it, it goes up, it pulls back, sometimes significantly, goes up, it pulls back, it goes up, it pulls back. I'm just keeping that mindful in my trading plan. I'm not trying to predict or time the market. It's very difficult to do that. But when I look at it, I can give myself a good, if I'm trading in this region here, then I'm going to be very cautious. Why? Because based on the past, the market likes to pull back and then eventually come back up. And you'll notice sometimes it pulls all the way back to its long-term moving average, right? So I keep that in mind. We're starting to see that gap. If you look at this trend line with the moving average, it's a huge gap. So what does that mean? To me, it just means be cautious. I just wanted to cover that. That's what I do. So in my trade plan, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious when things like this play out. Now I'm going to go to my Excel spreadsheet. I did things a little bit differently here, so it kind of makes it easier for these weekly recaps. These show the trades that I'm going to place. Only one of these trades, NVDA, has actually been placed. So that brought in $830 in revenue. And we'll find out next week if I get to keep all that revenue. But based on what NVDA is doing, well, actually, I get to keep all that revenue, right? Because the worst case scenario is I get assigned, and then I just turn around and after assignment, I generate more revenue. And I'll show that on QQQ and my other stocks. So this one's been placed. These other three won't get placed until about 3:30. As a matter of fact, I have something on my calendar to remind me to go into the market at 3:30. And the reason is because if we go back to my platform here and look at my positions, I got some uncertainty. So I had a 35.50 call option here. This was a covered call on the 1,000 shares of Macy's I owned. If you guys remember from last week, I needed to manage that trade. I did. This was a wash. I think I made 30 bucks on it. I had to get out of it because it was too close. This morning it was in the money. I don't want to be assigned. I don't want to lose it at that price because my price point is 37. I'm most likely going to get assigned another 500 shares because I have 5 contracts in the money here. And I'm okay with that because what I can do, if we go back to my spreadsheet, I've already played these trades out in Thinkorswim. They may not be exactly like this, but right now, if I were to sell 15 covered calls on Macy's at $37, which is my price point, I'd generate $330 for the week. Pretty good. I'll take it. Let's go back here real quick. If we look at AT&T, there's a good chance my AT&T cash secured put is going to expire worthless today. AT&T's at 33.55. I was at 32.50. So I'm going to turn around near the end of the trading day and sell another 22 contracts on AT&T, and that'll generate about $330 in revenue, give or take. We'll have to see by the end of the day. And then same with QQQ. If we go to QQQ, I have a 185.50 covered call right here, which is that's actually 50 cents more than my price point. I paid 185 for it, but I'm going to turn around. This is most likely going to expire worthless again because QQQ hasn't quite risen above that level, so I'm not in the money. I'm not going to be assigned. So I'll turn around and sell another one at 185.50. We go back to my spreadsheet real quick, and you can see that's going to generate about $165 in revenue. So for the week, this is my price revenue or my target revenue that I'm looking at that I'm going to generate for next week, right? Because today's Friday. On my Mad Money side, same thing. I had to manage that Macy's trade. I had to call back my covered call so that I wouldn't get called out because I do not want to sell it below my price point, even though I can. If I were to sell it below my price point, I still maintain revenue. But I'd rather not. I'd rather not lose the money. So I bought it back. I ended up, you can see, it's pretty much a wash. I sold it for 63, bought it back at 60. I was a little too quick on that trade. I did this yesterday. I think between the storm and everything else, I was a little antsy. I probably could have waited till today because today this thing probably would have expired either worthless or I would have kept most of my credit. Sorry for my dog going nuts in the background there. But with that, that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at. Still generating revenue. I haven't lost any money. I'm doing this on a weekly basis, and I'm a little bit more cautious because of what I see with the market. So Jasper says hi. You can hear him saying hi in the background. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good. What can I say? I'm at the tire shop, so.
He won't stop. I don't know what he's barking at, but could be the wind.
Yeah. Sure. All right, so we will wrap up. Thank you, Peter, for that recap. And this proves, people always talk about trading from the beach, trading from the porch of your lakeside cabin, things like that, or traveling around the world. This proves, like here, I'm in a tire shop. Peter's in the middle of a hurricane. We are still being able to make money in the market as long as you have internet connection. So that is true. So, I don't have to clock in anywhere in order for me to profit. I can profit pretty much anywhere I am, even if I'm traveling in the middle of a hurricane, as long as I have internet access. we can still make money in the market, both in up and down markets. So thank you, Peter, for your recap. Hey, I hope this added value to everyone's life, and we will see you in next week's recap, weather permitting, if we can find internet. Next week, I should be back at my home base in Idaho. So you all take care. Have a great week and be safe for everybody that's in the path of the hurricane. All right, take care. Bye-bye.